Hey everyone, welcome to the realm. It is our weird weekly news. We still haven't renamed it. I think we'll say that every episode. Weird Wednesday news, weird news. I don't know. We bring it to you every week and it's weird.
Weird shit that happens every week.
Yeah. And it could be old shit, could be new stuff, could be whatever. We're just going to pull news stories, headlines, something notable from around the world and deliver it to you every Wednesday. That's basically it. So Rich and I each bring articles and then we deliver the news article in a couple minutes time and we have a little discussion. But we do have a little competition as to who goes first. Are you ready?
Yep.
Rich, we solve this, like I said, the way any two grown adults or red-blooded Americans would do.
Wait a minute. No. Wait. How do they do it on Big Bang Theory? It's like lizard Spock something, or do they do that?
Oh,
what do they do? Is it
what do they do on that one? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Dang it, we'll have to learn that one. Well, maybe you'll
win.
Is it
rock,
one.
paper, scissors, lizard Spock or something like that? Is that what it is, Jake? He don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Anyway, I just thought that was pretty cool.
All right, let's try this. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yep.
What do you got?
Of course, I got a rock.
You go first.
I feel like Charlie Brown. I got a rock.
I got a rock.
It's your turn to go first.
All right, I'm used to that. All right, here's the first one that I found that struck me as weird, I guess. May 29th, 2022. Ooh. Headlines: Sonic workers flee from large snake found behind the fryer.
Nope. This was down south, wasn't it?
Well, what's that?
This was down south, wasn't it?
Brunswick, Georgia.
Yep.
So everybody, I don't know if you or Kez know, but my wife knows how much I love Georgia. Specifically I'm not going to say because I don't want to offend anyone, but anyway.
Well,
we'll leave it there. I just say I have work I do in Georgia sometimes and I deal with people in that area. What the fuck is she drinking on the show?
What are you drinking?
Oh, she got some wine or something there.
It's like,
oh yeah.
And I just have water. I'm being healthy tonight.
I got moonshine. I should go get some of that, but I'll say about 3 words and I'll be on the floor.
It's summer, man. Time to drink.
Cousin's dipping back with the wine. I'm being healthy with my water tonight.
All right.
I had my Mediterranean bowl already.
Was it good?
As prepared. It was delicious.
Did it have snake in there?
It did not.
Okay.
I had couscous.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
That was a quick left turn.
All right. Brunswick, Georgia.
Brunswick, Georgia. That's where I was for the training. You know, we talked before, like I was
where's that?
It was
I didn't
actually
look at a
closer
map.
to Brunswick.
Is that pretty close to Atlanta then?
It's not, I mean, it's kind of far from Atlanta. It's like we flew into Savannah, which was like
okay.
I think like a half hour, 45 minutes from there.
Savannah's further east.
Yeah. So I think Brunswick, Georgia is right there on the on the coast there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, gosh, I don't even know my geography. I don't know my triangles and I don't know my geography. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Brunswick, Georgia.
Brunswick, Georgia. Workers cooking burgers and tater tots at a Sonic fast food kitchen fled after discovering an intruder hiding behind a deep fryer. Have you guys been to a Sonic before? It's kind of like a drive-in.
Yes.
It's not more or less a sit down. You know, they do all the cooking inside or whatever, then they bring it out to your car. So
the one in Peoria, I'm pretty sure they used roller skates to bring your food out. They like rode on roller skates.
You know, I think I've been to a couple in my lifetime, and I do believe I've seen that. I don't know if someone's gonna have to correct me.
Actually,
tell
maybe
us
I'm wrong.
if that's.
I feel like they did.
If that's a standard thing at Sonic, I don't know if it is or not.
Or maybe it wasn't Sonic. Am I creating a false memory?
I've been somewhere. You know where I think it was? Pinocchio's that used to be here, but you're not from around here.
Pinocchio's.
No, I was in Peoria at the time.
Yeah, Pinocchio's was a drive-in restaurant chain, not a chain. It was a local business here in Racine. There was 2 locations, and that a lot of those people would wear the roller skates when they'd come out to the car. It was that type of thing. And they had the best food. Sorry that they were gone because, man, I love that place. Anyway,
Okay.
This is turned into the food and wine show.
All right. We are not
Anyway.
a cooking channel.
Brunswick Police Lieutenant Matthew Wilson found employees of the Sonic Drive-In huddled in the parking lot when he arrived to investigate on a Saturday night. On the phone, they described the culprit as brown with diamonds on its back.
Wait, so does that mean it's a
That sounds not good.
yeah, like
It's
that
a
sounds
ball. It was a
poisonous.
ball python, so
Ah.
not a rattlesnake, which is what everybody's probably thinking. It was a ball python, which is non-venomous.
Oh, okay. They just
So-
squeeze you to death, right? Or no?
Yeah, well, okay. I'm glad you asked because I did a little look up of what a ball python is because I know nothing about snakes. I know a lot about cats, like the one that just jumped on my desk. It's the silver one. Anyway, they can grow to be just over 3 pounds. So they're the smallest of the
Oh.
African pythons. They are constrictor. So yes, they would squeeze you, but they're a non-venomous at most 72-inch long in length. Like I said, about 3 pounds, and they're native of West and Central Africa.
Okay. How the
So
hell
what
did
they're
it get to
thinking is-
Brunswick, Georgia?
What they're thinking is this was probably somebody that had it as a pet and had
Yeah.
it in a terrarium or something like that. And unfortunately, like a lot of things, people find out they don't want those things anymore, like the alligator in the sewer or whatever. So they just let it go outside.
Oh yeah.
That's what they're thinking. They don't know. They don't know where it came from. What they're thinking is it came in the back door. At the Sonic, they had the door open, which a no at a restaurant. You shouldn't have the back door open probably.
Right.
But anyway, they're thinking it came through the back door, and being it's a cold-blooded animal or cold-blooded reptile,
Mhm.
it cozied up next to the fryer because was warm.
Right.
'cause,
Right.
that's what they're thinking. Nobody was hurt, and it was back to business as usual.
So that would be the day that I walked out the door and didn't return to work there. Nope, on a rope for sure.
So if you had skates on, you'd be like those cartoons where you're just running in place really fast.
Exactly,
You
100%.
wouldn't be going nowhere.
Or like Scooby or Shaggy's legs when they like spin around and run around.
How
and
do they
go,
do that?
don't go anywhere.
How do
Huh?
they do that? How do they do that? I mean, it's
Gina
amazing.
would find a barrier, even if that was another human being, and then she would try to take photographs.
Oh,
Kez,
that's true.
Kez, hold on a
Yeah.
minute. You sound like you're speaking from experience. I feel
Yeah.
there's a backstory here.
We've encountered a couple of snakes in our travels, and the time that we encountered a baby rattlesnake, which is very dangerous because
Right.
apparently they cannot control how much venom they release. So if they
Okay.
were to bite you, they just release it all, and those are usually the deadly ones for humans and animals. But we had come across one of those and actually walked directly over it. And after we realized it, now we're good, we're 10 feet away. So we're safe-ish, right? Even though those suckers are probably fast. And Gina just kind of like creeping up close to it to take a picture while also like screaming every 5 seconds because she's freaking out that it's going to come after her. It's like, okay, then stop getting closer to take a picture. Doesn't make any
I
sense.
had to get the
Like,
shot. I had to get
Doesn't
the
make
shot.
any sense.
I think I got a video of it too because I wanted to know what kind of snake it was. We didn't know at the time until we left, and then I was
Right.
looking up. I was like, "Holy shit, it's a baby rattler!"
Can I ask where this was? Was this in Vegas,
I think
No,
this one was California.
California?
yeah, we were in. I don't even know where we were hiking that day, but it was in Southern California somewhere, like one of the many hiking trails we went on there. But yeah, I'm not. Well, so I'm not a fan of snakes, but I am fascinated by them. It's not that I don't like them per se. I'm just afraid of them. I'm afraid of being bit. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe I need
That
to
is
go-
literally one of her biggest fears. Like when we talk about, moving out of state or traveling or going on vacation, she's looking up the most deadly animals where we're
that
going.
is okay.
And,
That is true.
and if there's anything about a snake, she's like, yeah, let's not go there. It's like, every place has snakes. We have snakes. Like there's
Right.
garden snakes. Like, granted,
Right.
they're not going to hurt you, but still, like they are
Mhm.
everywhere.
Okay, I don't feel like I'm the only person in the world that hasn't thought like, oh, let's Google what the most deadly things are there. Because if you have a partner like mine, who I am also like to go hiking and do things like that, Kez is just very much the daredevil. So I know that I need to mentally prepare myself for anything that's possibly could happen out in the wilderness, because that's where we're going to end up being. No matter where we go, we're going to end up on a hike in the middle of some fucking woods. Doesn't matter where we're at. Like, we were looking to go vacation or for a honeymoon. It's like between Ireland or Scotland. And I think we picked Ireland because they didn't have poisonous snakes.
Well, Gina, you know, the thing of it is, you're obviously not safe anywhere. I mean, this was not in the wilderness. This was in a public place. This was in
It
Sonic.
was in the woods. It was in a, oh, well, that one was in Sonic.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like we had here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. There was a call that the police went on, and they went inside the house. It was abandoned. There was tons of snakes in there, or I don't know if tons, but there were snakes in there, very large snake. There was even a very large alligator in the basement of this house. They had filled the basement up with water so this alligator could like swim around in it. There was like a half-eaten deer carcass in the water, like that was given to the alligator to eat. Like, this is real shit. This happened when I was working there. So I feel like it's very valid of me to want to know what's out there whenever we travel. That's all. Anyway, moving on. My turn. So I am actually picking one. I'm just going to do this one story for this episode because it's a little lengthy.
Okay.
And it is surrounding, let me pull this up. Sorry. So it is surrounding a TikTok user that posted a video of her doing of our haunted house. Okay. So the title of this news story that I found was woman catches alleged child spirit throwing books in a creepy video. Okay. So I found this, there was a couple news sources that this was on. I found it in Newsweek originally, and then they had, different little blurbs of it all over the place, but this is the Newsweek article that I'm focusing on here. So this woman went viral after sharing footage that she claims shows an alleged child spirit tossing books off of her kitchen counter late at night. So her name is Tasha Darby. On TikTok, she goes by Tasha_Darbs, DARBZZ. So I will show the video here in a moment. So those of us that want to watch this on YouTube will be able to see the video. We'll also provide a link of it in the comments so that if you're listening, you can click on that at a later time. So in March, she posted a video to TikTok. She reported that it looked like it received more than 4.1 million views, had 9,500 comments from creeped out viewers. So many of the people that are listening to us probably have TikTok, but there's some people that don't. So that's why I'm bringing this story to light. Quite a few people might have already heard of this if they were on TikTok. So this might be news to somebody. Anyway, so Tasha had mornings where she would wake up and she'd find some of her cookbooks on the kitchen, like that she kept on the kitchen counter next to some appliances, and they would be knocked on the floor. There was like these keto cookbooks or something. So she couldn't figure out why like this would happen every morning. So she posted a video. She's like, okay, I find these every day. So I'm going to set up my laptop computer tonight and I'm going to see if I can catch anything. So she set up her laptop at 11 p.m. before she went to bed. She left it open and left it on record. So there's like a timestamp on the bottom of the video. So this says it so it was on March 10th in 2022 was the record date. And at 1 a.m., well, first of all, let me backtrack. She had said that she's like, okay, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's rodents. I don't know, but I guess we're going to find out. So she got chills the next day when she opened up her video, opened up the video log and watched it, because at approximately 1 a.m. you can see the books fall down. So they're standing upright, right? And they're leaned against something, and then they just fall down to the side. And then 2 hours later at 3 a.m., they just one at a time fly right off of the counter. And then you can hear a sound at the end where it sounds like what other people described as a female or a child's voice laughing. So I'm going to show the video for you that are watching us on YouTube. Again, like I said, those of you just listening, you can read this. Let me just share my screen here. Are you going to share? Okay, let's do this here. So are you guys able to see this okay? Okay, so what we're looking at is this lady is showing a video of her kitchen and the books that are there.
These are on the floor every single morning.
Can you hear it?
So I'm gonna hook
Yeah.
up my computer and see if I catch anything tonight. Maybe it's just rodents, but we're gonna find out.
See, they fall down right there.
Yep.
Now listen. Did you hear that laughing at the end?
Every single morning. These are.
So this was the video that she posted on that. Let me just pause this a second. Sorry, guys. It's not wanting to pause for me. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay, I got it. We're back in business. Okay, so anyway, in the video you can see, like I said, the books went flying. So she said she got the chills, and people were telling Tasha that they believe it's a little girl or a child doing it, based mostly on the laugh that they heard there at the end. The comments on TikToks did not disappoint either. Do you guys have TikTok? Okay. Do you ever like get lost in the comment section whenever it's a funny video? Like Kez and I read some of the comments and we die.
What do you guys think of the video?
Yeah, I
Fake.
guess that's okay.
You said it was fake.
I think it's fake.
I'm say fake.
You
I
think
don't
it's fake?
know. It's interesting, but I think it could be created. Now, whether or not it was created, I mean, that's up for debate, right?
Isn't TikTok just usually, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a TikTok person, so I have no idea. It's basically people doing things on TikTok to get attention. Is like, I see a lot of people when I do see the videos like on Facebook, as you're scrolling, you'll see stupid.
Yeah. The
Okay, I
reels,
shouldn't say
yeah.
stupid people. I don't mean it like that, but things that people are doing that are just
They're
don't make any
silly.
sense.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
usually to music or whatever. So it's
Right.
people trying to get attention. It's not
Yeah.
just like somebody's security camera caught something happen and they're actually videoing something that they're expecting to happen, correct?
Well, sometimes they do have, like, they'll show security camera footage and make it their TikTok. Like there's people that have caught things on their Ring doorbell or things on their, security camera in the house.
Okay.
Sometimes people do it for like, supporting each other, making like videos that are awareness and things like that. So, I mean, it's taken on a really big platform, but yeah, like initially it was like for entertainment and showing off type purposes.
Okay.
So this progresses a little bit because well, first let me go to the comments. So there was people that were like leaving comments, and some of them really funny. Like one of them said like, someone doesn't want you to do keto, and then like another person was like, in a parallel universe there's somebody waking up every morning saying, why do these, there's somebody waking up every morning saying, why are these books like on the counter? Because they're pushing them on the floor. Get it? Ha ha ha. So anyway, I thought that was clever. And then, how many of you seen Ghost before, the movie Ghost?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Patrick Swayze? So one of the comments was like, Molly girl, you in trouble. So I was kind of cracking up with that. Anyway, a lot of people were like, oh, you still live there? I would be putting for sale by owner like right away. So but what happened is she originally had went viral for another video that she had posted, and I'm going to show that to you guys as well. Okay, so give me a second. Let me share my screen and pull that up, because she had posted this video as her very first one, and it was like she was talking about all these things that had like happened in her house and that she thought was like, definitely haunted. So this was like way back in January. So give me a second. Let me just share my screen here 1 second. All right. All right. Here we go.
See, and you think I'm crazy. The first time I'm here by myself, there's a picture on the floor, and it just.
Do you guys want to see that again?
See, and you think I'm crazy. The first time I'm here by myself, there's a picture on the floor, and it just.
So for those of you that are only listening, this is basically just a video where she's showing, she's like videoing where this picture had fallen on the floor. And then as she's doing it, she kind of pauses. You hear her pause and you see these, she has like these double doors, like what do they call those? Like French doors.
Yeah.
To like a sitting room or whatever. And you see them kind of like open up slightly. And that's when she pauses and then they slam shut and she takes off running. So that was actually like the initial one that she went viral for. She said that things like that was happening a lot when she first moved into the house. And now, you know, these months later, things have kind of calmed down a little bit. But apparently she's doing like remodeling on the house and has noticed, you know, a few things. So a paranormal investigation team had come out to her house. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but the videos got so much attention and so many people talking about it that so Newsweek tried to reach out to her for comments or, you know, on the interview, and she, or, you know, before they posted the thing, and she was unreachable. And then I read in the comments that actually the show Unexplained caught on camera on Discovery Plus.
Yep.
So they actually reached out to her in her comment section and they were like, you know, hey, you know, we're interested in your video. Can you please email me? And they left an email. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. So maybe we'll see this, you know, on a TV show with a little bit more of an interview with her to get some more backstory. But her TikTok is very like, you know, she talks a lot and tells a lot about the story, but she had a paranormal investigation team that came and she had posted some videos on her TikTok, like of their investigations. So she was like recording them. They seem to get quite a few spirit box hits, K2 hits. And in part one of the paranormal investigators there at like 1 minute and 33 seconds, they're out in a hallway and they're like talking to these spirits and they're saying, you know, trying to get their attention or get their reaction. And then this is what happened whenever the paranormal investigators were there. Give me a second, pull this up. All right. So this is 1 minute and 49 seconds, and you're basically going to be hearing just them kind of doing the investigation, getting some hits back on the spirit box. And I want to like make a mention about their spirit box session when they're done, because I'm curious what they're using. So here we go.
Can you say hi? Hi. Hi. Hi.
Now, it says they were here for several hours, and these are the events that they recorded. So now they're in the kitchen. For those of you that are just listening, they're in the kitchen around the books.
Mommy. Mommy. Are you finding sign of your mommy? Are you looking for mommy? Yes. I am nowhere to see them here.
Now they're in the living room where they said it was the heaviest, and there's a K2 meter sitting on an ottoman, and they're getting hits on the K2 meter. Still in the living room. And the voice says in the hall.
So that is where my dog gets scared. So.
Here they're walking into the hallway. And keep your eye over here on the left-hand corner of this shelf right here where my mouse is.
Mickey's glove.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
So
What is that fell?
it was a picture frame that fell. So I thought that was pretty compelling. I mean, that part I was like, okay, you know, you have some investigators in there, They're picking up some of this. So, you never know. Like maybe there's something more to the story because it was like really hard to tell by that first one, was that
Right.
set up, was it not? But now you have somebody, that are in there. So you'll have to, they had gotten a lot of evidence like that while they were there. They did have a part 2 of that with the investigators where people say that they could see this like mist at the bottom of the steps at the end of the video. So I'm not going to play that just because I had to watch it probably a good 6-8 times to see what they were talking about. It really takes you, like, you have to focus, maybe have to find a way to zoom in on that video. But if you do go to her TikTok channel, and it's part 2 of the Paranormal Investigators, and start really watching at the end of the video from 1 minute 54 seconds to 1 minute 58. It ends at 1 minute 59. So there's just a few seconds there at the end that you really have to pay attention, where you see something kind of forming and coming up kind of the center of the screen, but at the very bottom of the steps. So please go check that out for yourself. I will post a link to her TikTok whenever we post this for everybody to check out. So, just make sure you check us out on Facebook, YouTube, link in the description for how to get to her TikTok. But if you head over to Facebook, we're going to put a poll up with this post on if you believe in ghosts. And why is because Newsweek did a poll for this story. So I guess they polled 1,000 people. And and from that poll, they got 1 in 5 Americans believe that they've personally encountered a ghost, according to a recent poll by YouGov. The poll found that out of 1,000 people surveyed, 43% said they believed that demons existed, and 41% believed in ghosts. So people believe more in demons than they do ghosts, which I'm guessing is a religious thing, like they're willing to believe in the evil demons of the devil, but not our energy that is just transferred over to the different vibration, I guess. What do you guys think?
I think poll's a great idea.
After
I'm
hearing the
really
rest of the story? Yeah, I know. I want to definitely hear what everybody has to say. After you heard the rest of the story and saw the stuff from the Paranormal Investigators, just in this brief amount of time talking, did that change your mind about whether or not there could be validity to her claims?
Are you asking specifically?
All of us. Well, yeah, you're the
I'm the guy that said
Rich
fake.
is the one who said that was
Yeah, he
fake.
said fake really fast.
I'm not sold yet, but I'm hard to sell on that stuff, I guess. So
yeah.
I mean,
I think
I've always said this, and I've always been upfront. I'm the type of person that I have to see it. I have to experience. I have to be involved in it.
Right.
For me to actually have my mind say there's no other explanation. If it's someone else telling me, it doesn't, it depends on who the people are.
Yeah.
There's a few people that are probably the 4 people that are in this podcast. If they told me something,
right.
I would believe it. Okay. Other than that, I get it. I can't disprove any of it, but I don't know that I can take it all with that it's 100% true.
Right.
I still look at it as it's a TikTok thing. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
They're videoing it. What are they? Is she just trying to put it out there so people are aware? What's the purpose of consistently showing it?
TikTok is like another forum. It's basically like the new form of podcast, but then these short videos, and it's people just sharing like events that happen to them or to others, or
I guess part of my problem is
platform.
Part of my problem is, and it's just me. I've been on numerous investigations personally, and none of that stuff happens.
Right. We do get some good
We
spirit
get some
box,
stuff,
though.
but not like that, as consistent as on Q is. It's not like that yet. 95% of the TV shows are like that, and for a fact. Okay, I guess I don't know for a fact. I shouldn't say that because I don't know, but TV shows are there for ratings and they're there to entertain. Even if it's a even if it's something that's a show that's meant to help people, or a show that's meant to bring something to light, whether it's whatever it may be,
Right.
it's always going to be sensationalized for the entertainment value. So how much of that now was that 60 hours of something happened and then they cut it down and we
Yeah,
saw,
so she just, those
know
are
what I
just
mean?
snippets through the whole investigation. So
or
that
did
wasn't
she say
like,
come over for an hour and for the whole hour they got all that stuff? I don't buy it.
no, they were there for
know?
several hours. I don't know the exact amount of hours, but this was over a period of time throughout the hours that they were there during the night. So these were just little snippets of,
And here's the thing I have with the things falling. Now I'm gonna give my take on that. Things fall on their own, but when
Yeah.
things fall forward, things can always be pulled by something you can't see.
Right.
And I have a problem with the book thing because they fell sideways and then they pulled off. They didn't lift up and fly off. They just slid off. So they could have been pulled with something. Could have been.
Yeah.
Not saying they were. That's where my mind goes when I see that stuff, because I have to always I'm trying to debunk it. I'm trying to figure it out so that I can say, wow. Now, EVPs are probably the most compelling thing to me that I hear, because I know if I was there and I didn't hear it and it's on my recorder and I'm the one, it was in my hand and it's there and I didn't hear it, then it's a little bit different. And I don't know if that's, I don't know. Whatever.
Well, and I think
it's not that I don't believe people. It's just that that's just how my mind works. Is I've got to, in order for me to fully believe something, it's got to be tangible. I got to be able to say, yep, I was there, or yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own ears. Other than that, it's just, it's compelling video. I'll give it that. Just like the show you were talking about, the unexplained.
Yeah, caught on camera.
Caught on camera or whatever. I mean, a lot of those things are weird, and a lot of those things are strange, and there's a lot of them that make me question it. But then there's a lot of them that I go, come on. First of all, why did you have the camera out exactly at that moment?
Right.
So we all know that stuff doesn't work on command. We all know that. So,
yeah. I guess I just would have to have more context. I think with her though, like the few videos that I saw, I would be really interested to like talk to her or like just see more to kind of go. I don't know,
that's kind of where I am too, Gina. You know, the first one, it was like, well, that's kind of interesting, but it wasn't much to go off of. And then the more you watch the videos and you see the other interest and you see the investigators there, I guess that kind of piques my interest more.
And I feel like the picture frame fell a very specific way that I don't think could just be done. Like, I don't think that could have been fake. I really, that picture frame was compelling to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's just my opinion. I get it, but that's what we're here to discuss it. And like I said, everybody has their own thoughts on it. And there's probably, like you said, all the comments of everybody watching, and I see it. And I'm probably one in 1,000 people that think differently. But I think that's what I think you need that though, because if everybody believed everything, God, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Your skeptics. Kaz, what do you think?
Well, I would actually say that the picture frame thing, not that everybody has the same reaction to stuff, but I would say based on experience, 99% of people seeing something like that right in front of their face would go, oh my God, and freak out and try to recreate it and talk to their buddy and be like, did you just see that? And, have like an emotional reaction to it. Dude just picked it back up and set it up. It's like, all right. I mean, not that everybody's got to have a similar reaction to, but that is like poltergeist. Like that is, I'm physically moving things. You know what I mean? It's very dramatic. Compared to what people
when
normally
it happens
capture.
to us on investigations, even though we know it wasn't anything paranormal, when something out of the ordinary happens, we start to get that way. We're like, whoa, wait a minute. It gets real vocal and real tense real quick.
Then all of a sudden you understand why Zach Baggins gets so excited with his evidence, because we do the same thing. We do the same thing.
He's a nut.
But yeah, just those two random guys, and they're just like, oh, did you see that? And then sets it back
Right.
up. Like, I mean, something like that. You don't catch that every day.
Absolutely not.
If I saw something like that, that would probably be a one and done.
What
That'd be
if-
the first and last thing I ever saw something like that in my life.
Probably,
and I would be
yeah.
losing my mind about it.
What if they're just really good at controlling their emotions? Like, what if they're just really good at being like,
Well, that's what I
very-
said. I said it, it's fair. Not everybody reacts the
Mhm.
same to things, but like not even her.
Right.
Her holding the camera didn't go, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like all three of them are just like, oh yeah, that just happened. Cool. And it's like, no, if that's happening, are we not all losing our minds right now? Like
That's a
that's
fair
really
point.
cool
Okay,
evidence.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. That
See, I didn't
is-
even look at it that way. I just see, I didn't even go that direction, but the way Kez explains it and makes her point, I get that too. I understand it that way. But that's not where my mind first went. I kind of looked at it a different way, but
It doesn't mean it didn't happen, right?
oh,
But
and
again,
exactly. I'm not
just as
saying that
Rich
either.
said,
Absolutely.
there's things that I could pick apart and be like,
Right.
I don't know. I just
It's always possible. It's always possible, but I've never experienced it. I mean, the couple times we have had weird things happen, you're right, because we kind of freak out about it at first because it's something that it's something that definitely happens that we weren't expecting, and out of those dozen times, 10 of them were probably nothing, but we figured it out real quick, but it was something that we didn't expect. And
Right.
when it's something that's unexpected, you usually do have some type of reaction.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
I
a cool
pick up a
story
lot
though.
of
I mean, yeah,
times-
it's definitely interesting. I mean, I love watching those shows because,
I do too.
in an hour show or whatever, there's a couple on there that make me question things, especially the UFO ones. Those are ones that I would never, I have no idea how some of those lights and things in the sky. I mean, UFO, unidentified flying objects. So, I mean, you're not actually calling it something that you don't know what it is. You're calling it what it is. It's
Right.
unidentified. You don't
what
know.
it is.
And it's not something you see every day. So those are a little bit harder for me when I see that stuff. But the paranormal stuff, I guess, being that we do a lot of those investigations firsthand, you know kind of how things go. And it's very rare for that type of thing to happen. Not that it doesn't. I sure wish I could be involved in one.
It's like
that
the golden
had it,
ticket of evidence.
pretty much. I mean, that one there, you had the door opening and closing, you had books moving, you had a picture frame. You said there was supposedly an apparition. I mean, you just ran down the whole,
Again, like the bucket list
ghost
of
hunting
every
guide
paranormal
of,
investigation.
bucket list. Yeah, right. I mean, so I don't know,
Yeah.
take it for what it is, but I mean, it's definitely interesting. And it's always cool when you see things like that because it makes you think. It makes
Yeah.
the believers here that everything's paranormal. They're like cool. And then it's the other people that are the skeptics are like, no way. And it just creates good,
Right.
banter back and forth. And it's for good conversation. And,
Yeah.
it's good that everybody has an opinion. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And
Yeah.
I-
That's what
and I
makes
think
it
that the thing is, the people that believe it. The people that don't believe it, it's not that it didn't happen. I can still see that it's possible. It's just
Right.
that it's more on the realm of unbelievable, and
maybe you can just go there and
I'd
take-
love to.
investigate it. What are you
I love
laughing at?
weird shit happening, but I just
The cat's
maybe
face just booped.
I'm just the unlucky one, I guess. Because I don't ever seem to get that stuff. So
Well, we'll do some kind of like incantation maybe, so you can get some more things.
I don't
No,
know.
just kidding. We're gonna stay away from the dark arts. But today my
arts.
story took up a lot of time, so I'm sorry, Rich. I
That's
know
a
you
cool
have
story.
a few stories for today, but we're out of time for today's episode. So we'll definitely get to your next news story. Like you could share it on the next one, right?
We're
Are you
done.
dying? Are you dying to share it?
I can
yourself?
share. Can I do it right now?
Yeah, do
I'll
it.
take a minute. I don't care.
Oh, that's fine.
here
I
to
just
talk-
didn't want you to feel like left out if you went through the trouble of preparing two news stories and now we got to do yours.
I
and
jotted them down and then I found the
All right,
stories
let's
and
hear it.
I have them in front of me, so I'm not going to
Let's
forget them.
finish it up.
My mind's like a pea. It's not like a pea. It's the size of a pea. I remember nothing. So I do my best. So for those of you out there go, this guy's an 8-ball. You're right. I am, but that's okay.
Wait, what's
I'm your
an
8
mean?
ball. So
What does an 8-ball
What?
mean?
I don't know. Crazy.
Oh, crazy. I guess.
Wackaloon. I don't know.
Okay, got it. I get it. I don't know. We're
But
showing
we're
our
having fun,
age.
right? We're all having fun. That's the important thing.
That matters. That's all that matters.
Okay. Here's the headline I found, and I thought it was kind of, I mean, it's definitely weird. It's not paranormal, but pool noodle fight over the name Josh attracts hundreds.
What?
A pool noodle, those things
Yeah.
that. So this guy in Lincoln, Nebraska, his name is Josh Swain. Actually, he's from Tucson, Arizona. Lincoln, Nebraska is where they have the battle at. So
Okay.
I stand corrected.
All
A
right.
couple hundred people
What's his
grab
last
pool
name?
noodles. His name is Josh Swain.
Oh, okay. I thought you said swing. I'm like, oh,
No,
well, that's
no.
okay. Keep going.
What started out as an online joke, he sent out a tweet or a TikTok maybe, but it wasn't a TikTok, it was a tweet. Another thing I don't do, I don't tweet. He sent out a tweet challenging anyone who shared his name to fight over it. We got, so much craziness going on in the world. He tried to have fun with it and said, hey, you guys want my name? Let's have a pool noodle fight over it. All of a sudden it kind of just took on a life of its own and turned into a real event all of a sudden. And it happened at a park in Lincoln, Nebraska is where they're doing this at. And several competitors this year had costumes on. So they didn't just show up and say, okay, we're going to start fighting. They got their superhero costumes on. They got animal suits on, masks, football helmets. People made like a costume party type atmosphere out of it. And a 5-year-old named Josh Vincent Jr.
Okay.
defended his title as the number one Josh. Nobody could dethrone him. So a 5-year-old defending his title. So 2 years in a row, he's been the number one Josh. And here's the best part of the whole thing. They raised $21,000 for Children's Hospital Medical Center
cool.
in Omaha. So it was for a good cause. People had fun with it. But just think about all the craziness going on in the world and to bring people together
Right.
for something silly, but yet they had fun doing it. And it sounds like it's going to be something they're going to do, every year. And who
Where
knows what else
people
it could turn
named
into.
Josh just come and fight with.
Yeah. I mean, so you got every Josh, you got hundreds of people named Josh. And, hey, and they set it up like, battles of two. Whoever wins goes against the next guy, that type of
That's
thing.
hilarious.
It's like a battle thing, and you get down to the last person.
See,
and,
social media can be such a
know,
good thing, but
it can be.
just,
And they raised money for Children's Hospital on top of
How
it.
many people were participating in that event? Did
It
it
just
say?
said hundred. It said hundreds.
Okay.
So,
That's
well, too bad your name isn't Josh, because I'd really like to see you. Noodle.
Yeah, what's the proof of registration? You got to come with your ID, birth certificate.
it doesn't say, but I would imagine you better bring something like that,
You can make
or at
me
least a hello, my name is Josh name tag on there. I mean, that might suffice. Okay. You know what? It's for charity. Everybody's having fun, so whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, that's really cool. That's funny.
as
Well,
far as I'm concerned, 200 people there would raise more money, and they'd have just as much fun.
yeah,
So who cares?
that's awesome. Well, we had some great stories today. Hope everybody enjoyed it. So check back with us every Monday for our single topic discussion. We talk a little bit longer on a single topic. Every Wednesday, we bring you the weird news, a couple news stories each. What do
Don't
you
forget to
want say?
listen on Spotify and Google Podcasts, and watch us on YouTube. Make sure
Yes.
you give us a like, rate us,
Take
tell
the
us we
poll.
suck or we're great, or tell us what you like, what you don't like. We want to
Yes.
hear it because
Share your
But
stories.
if you think we suck, keep your stars to yourself. If you think we're great, 5.
We're just here having a good time. We're
Yep.
like I said, we are what we call ourselves, the professional non-experts. We are professional non-experts on everything we talk about. So anyway,
sounds about right.
like I said, just join in, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Leave us some input. Some
Yep,
days
go to
you'll have a good
Facebook too. Go
time.
to our Facebook page
Yeah.
and leave us comments. Let us
Don't
know
forget
what
the
you like.
poll. We're going to do a poll.
Yes.
on if you believe in ghosts. So make sure you go and answer that poll on our Facebook page. You can find us at The Realm. I will put a link to the Facebook page in the description for this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, and on YouTube. So once again, thanks everybody. Everybody want to say goodbye in a different language tonight? We're going to try that again.
I'll pick these one. Adios.
What?
Adios.
What'd she say?
Adios.
Oh,
I get English. Goodbye.
ciao. Peace out.
Dang it, you took it. A biento. Ciao.
Au revoir. Aloha.
Yeah.